That's his signature off of his ID, and then that's his heartbeat.
Ginger Germani lost her son Austin in April 2017, only days before the end of his first year at Christopher Newport University, a school he always dreamed of attending.
I was like, I know how much you need this. You did it. You're here.
For Austin, the accomplishment ranked high. He struggled to make it there. His difficulties started young with a phone call from the nurse at middle school.
Austin's had way too many stomach aches. Like, this is not, like, and I know there's actually nothing wrong with his stomach. And she goes, have you talked about this at all?
Therapist diagnosed him with anxiety, then ADD, and ultimately depression. He took medicine. He went to therapy. Austin grew into a good-looking teenager, hanging out with his brother, his friends, acting silly, competing in robotics, looking forward to the rest of his life, and hiding the demons tormenting him.
He came home one day in the fall, his senior year of high school. He came home, came in the door, slammed the door, kicked something across the room, went upstairs, threw his chair across the room. He was like, Mom, I'm not good. I can't take it. I can't do this.
What Austin said next frightened her.
He said, Mom, I feel terrible. He said, I've tried to take my life before, and I feel like I want to do it again.
Ginger rushed him to his therapist, then to Virginia Treatment Center for Children for a 10-day stay. Afterward, she bargained with her son.
And, can we have an agreement that the first step, the minute that, when you feel that way, can you talk to me first?
Austin graduated high school and jumped hurdles to make it to CNU.
He made it. He got waitlisted. It was a long ride. He got in there, and you would think that I'd be like scared leaving him there. I was so happy for him.
But at the end of his second semester crisis, with only final exams to go, he contacted his mom.
He was like, Mom, you're not good. And I was like, you know what, buddy, you are home in 5 days. Knock these exams out, and I do not care how you finish. I do not care. Finish them, because that's not what matters. Is let's get through that week and get you home, and let's just work on you. And I did not know to ask in that moment, are you thinking about killing yourself? The last thing I heard from him was, I love you.
That evening, the school called Ginger to come to the hospital in Newport News. Austin hanged himself.
He was alive. Essentially, his brain was without oxygen long enough to shut down pretty much everything but his breathing.
After 5 days, when he should be home for summer break, Austin's breathing slowed and doctors removed the ventilator.
At this point, we take it off and we see if he can live without it, and if not, we call it. But then we got to hook him back up because we need to save the organs and that's the cold reality of it. It's good to have. It's good to have them to still share the stories. Ginger, thanks for being the second mom. Thanks for allowing us to be us.
Afterward, Austin's friends wrote letters to Ginger.
If there's any gift you can give someone in that situation, that's
At Walmart,
as good as it gets.
you get so much from
It's
it.
people that can talk to you about your kid. That's one of my absolute favorites. That one bright blue eye. And what's interesting is that when I donated his organs, I couldn't donate his eyes.
After Austin's death, Ginger studied how colleges and universities care for students with mental health issues.
The more and more we learned, college counseling centers they don't have the capacity, and they cannot hire enough to serve the entire student community's mental health needs.
She joined with Crozet businessman Aaron Syme, owner of telehealth company WebRTC Venture, to form UniWellness.
What she went through really inspired us to try and do something in that demographic in particular and bring access, better access and more access to college students for mental health care. So we're piloting the software with Washington and Lee University right now in Lexington to help their student health center provide mental health counseling to students remotely when they can't make it into the student health center.
And so I actually struggled with depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Paige Long recently graduated CNU with a psychology degree. She served as president for the campus chapter of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI. She didn't know Austin, but when she heard of his death, she sent Ginger a letter.
I don't know her. I don't know what her attitude is about mental health, but at least I did it. And if there's a chance that I can help and that she can feel supported in some way, I'd like to do that. So I sent her that letter.
The outreach sparked a fast friendship, and Ginger helped Paige land a job at WebRTC working on the UniWellness project.
It takes more people to go into the field. It takes more people to talk about it openly, and it takes more people to want to take an interest in how do I help this be better.
So no parent has to wear the grief of losing a child.